What's up, everybody? It's the Loudmouth, your boy Tim, the liberal loudmouth.
And as always, well, except for yesterday, you got the real Ron with you. I'm sorry, I had a busy day yesterday. I was fighting for my friend. I was building drywall and tile, and then I had to speak at a school board meeting. It was a mess. I'm sorry I missed you yesterday, Tim.
Yeah, it was. I felt a little lonely. I didn't know what the hell to say, man. I had a whole bunch of stuff to say, but I didn't. I think I got it out okay.
Everybody seemed to enjoy it.
Spread the message. Yesterday was amazing, wasn't it?
Oh, yesterday was just so amazing. I've had a really great week. I'm wore out. I'm tired, but I'm like, this has just been the most amazing week. And then my boy in a couple hours is going to announce that he's going to be our next president. So that's another great. I mean, so much winning. There's just so much winning right now, Tim.
It really is. It really is. Yesterday, man. Total victory, just absolute domination. It's what's up, Billy?
And it wasn't even who's in here?
Billy Robinson.
Oh, Billy came to say hi. What's up, Billy?
Oh, Billy.
I love Billy. And you know Todd's gonna be in here in a second. And Sandy and Tina, y'all better not let us down.
Yeah, buddy.
It was total domination because there was no other way to be.
No other way. Man.
Even Art Hathaway, and Tim, I just got to say this off the top. I have given Art Hathaway a hard time. Not a confrontational time, just a hard time over the last couple of years. And Art really, I mean, he pulled all his America up out of his pants and said, this is what happened. And he told the truth on the stand.
He did.
It was just, you could see the lawyer on the other side is like, what the hell did this dude just say?
See, I couldn't see the other side the way I was sitting, the way my table was sitting, because we were facing the other way, and I had to turn just to look at the judge, so I didn't get to see those reactions. But
man, you should have seen. There was this one young lady over there sitting with the group of board members. I'm not going to mention her name for fear of getting banned, but you could have seen her whole jaw just hit the floor like.
Oh, yeah. So what happened to anybody that's not watching, apparently the reason that Art, and we'd been questioning this for some time now, we were like, where the hell's Art's statement? They've got this text message. Why hasn't he made a statement? The Tulsa World lawyers were there. There was two of them. He had two lawyers that he was sitting with. They wouldn't allow him. This is my understanding from what was said in the court. They wouldn't allow him to give a statement to the Owasso district.
Right.
So
after the Owasso district called to solicit one from him.
Right. They tried to get one from him. And when was it, Ron, that they tried to get this from him? What day was it?
I believe it was the 18th of October.
Yeah. That's interesting. Because what day did she write that ban letter?
Hang on a second. I got to look at my notes. The 12th of October.
The 12th. And what day did I receive that ban letter?
The 14th.
The 14th. So
2 + 2 = bullshit.
Fucking bullshit is what she did. And this is based on the evidence that was presented in the court. She banned me based off of the Brent England situation. But the judge had already ruled, he later ruled that itself was, protected speech. But whenever she realized that I had an attorney, legal overwatch, and that we were requesting reconsideration, something happened. I can't say what it was.
Yeah.
It was speculation, but they went and found more evidence. And I believe Margaret on the stand claimed that, we were reviewing the camera footage, and that's how we came across it. Something.
Right, and I love that. I could say this because it's court records. I mean, but your attorney said, well, you charged him with verbal harassment, but then you said that you just watched a video that there's no audio to. So how do you come to that conclusion?
Right. It's like, he was verbally harassing. We didn't hear anything, but I'm certain it was there because there's a text message, and that's what we're going off of. So,
and I don't know if anybody's been in federal court. First of all, it's a beautiful room.
Gorgeous.
But
absolutely
it's
gorgeous.
Serious shit.
Yeah, it was a little intimidating at first, and I had to get in there set up. But how'd I do on the stand, Ron?
Oh, you knocked it out of the park, dude. You really did.
Yeah, it was good stuff.
You sounded First of all, this room was big and beautiful and marble.
Huge.
And y'all know Tim and his voice. He did not need a microphone in this
They actually,
room.
I noticed they turned my microphone down.
I bet they did.
Like, I don't know, maybe 3/4 of the way through. Oh, it was whenever I was answering the judge. They turned my microphone down.
I did notice that.
I actually, I got closer. I'm like, I can't hear myself.
Right. Yeah.
That's funny.
No, it was, but it was very informative and educational to see how an actual federal court proceeding goes. I've never been in federal court, thank God, but
me neither.
You did wonderful. You look good.
Woo. It was probably 4 or 5 questions. I was nervous up to 4 or 5 questions, and God, Bo had asked how many questions. This guy went on forever.
Well, you were on the stand for 45 minutes to an hour, and the judge was just like, "We got to speed this up."
Yeah,
I've heard everything I need to hear. After Art testified, I mean, you could just see it. It was like there's nothing else here.
Case closed. Let's all go home and have lunch or something.
He even told the attorneys, he said, you can give me closing arguments, but I won't need them.
yeah, he did. Oh man, it was beautiful. And the judge asked me, "Did you know Art before that day?"
Right.
Nope. And remember, I'm under oath at this time. I was sworn in, and then he asked if I knew that was Art's car. Nope. Honestly, I think at that moment the judge probably understood what was going on, and that was early on. Yeah, I've got to give a shout out, Todd. It was great to meet you, buddy. I'm so glad that we got to meet you.
Yeah, I got to meet Todd last night and his wife, Tammy.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was just such a great night, God.
So many people were out there last night, Tim. You couldn't even find a parking spot. And I know Owasso won state track, and that was part of it. And volleyball or whatever else it was. Good on y'all kids for doing that. That's why we love Owasso. We're great. We love it.
Yeah. Oh, I was actually verbally harassed in the parking lot. Did I tell you about that story?
No, tell me. Did you file a complaint with Jordan Corfage?
I texted my buddy, but I don't know if it'll go anywhere.
Are y'all gonna go for coffee or something?
I think we might. Oh shit! No, so I'm giving a interview to Bert Mumolo. A shout out to Bert.
Bert, good job, Bert.
Man,
and I know you're watching, Bert, because I saw your little like earlier.
Yeah. No, so I'm giving an interview, and I guess the cross country team had left because they moved to special recognition. It usually happens before the board meeting ever starts.
I know we're going to get into this in a little bit, but we'll explain this. Go ahead.
Yeah, they moved the special recognition to after the public comments on agenda items. I've never seen them do that before.
I've been speaking over 2 years. I've never seen it.
Yeah, I think it was choreographed that way.
It was always off the top, special recognition, because they don't want the kids and the parents that are there with the kids to hear any negative comments from the parents, if there are any. Yeah,
but there were probably 100+ people there last night.
Oh, there was standing room only.
Yeah, we were standing out in the foyer for the longest time.
Even during COVID, I didn't see it that full.
Yeah, it was really full. But yeah, so while I'm giving this interview to Bert, this guy comes out and he's like, "Oh, you missed a story in there about the cross country team." As he's walking, I mean, he's being really shitty and hateful about it. And
confrontational,
right? Yeah. Well, of course he was walking away, but we know how Owasso Public Schools interprets things when you walk away from people. "Oh, did you see that? He's going away. He's intimidating people." It's like they have their own dictionary. So what do we got going on tonight in terms of celebration, Ron? Don't you have one of these over there?
Yes, I think I do.
So the song Fireball is like my favorite song when I'm DJing. I've seen so many conga lines with that song. So we decided I was going to go ahead and drink on the show. I don't usually do that, but you know what? Cheers, buddy. You got one?
Hey, I got one. Hang on. Y'all know that I don't normally drink, but I'm going to do this for you, Tim.
All right. Okay. Cheers. If you've got one out there, take a shot.
Take it.
Man, that makes me want to dance. Oh, it feels
that
so
makes
good.
me want to throw up.
I know you don't like it, but you know what? I appreciate you doing that for me. I went over to Ron's.
Yeah, Tim brought this shit to me. Oh my God.
I dropped it off. Oh, did you finish it? I was going to save a little bit.
No, it's a shot. What do you mean?
That's a shot for you.
Oh, okay. All right. Woo.
That's good stuff. Now I'm feeling all warm and fuzzy on the inside.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
So yeah, he was saying that, and as he's walking away, oh, you missed it. There was a real good story in there that you missed about the cross country team. I looked at Bert and I was like, I think he just verbally harassed me. They started laughing. Oh man.
Can I read something real quick from the judge?
Yes.
During the hearing, Mr. Hadaway testified the entire exchange with plaintiff lasted 17 seconds. Mr. Hadaway stated that he did not interpret plaintiff's statements toward him as threatening and that he did not have any concern for his safety.
Yep.
Case fucking closed.
Yep.
And they played our little video clip in there. And they said the Ron page so many times.
Yeah.
And even Bo was like, why did you take that video down? And Tim said, I don't run the Ron page.
I did. I said that. And because he was trying to suggest that
and the video's still up, Bo, if you want to follow me and see it.
Right. He was trying to suggest that we had taken it down, and I pointed out to him very clearly that it wasn't taken down. It's still public. You can go on to Loudmouth, and I pointed out that it was a Loudmouth show, not Ron show.
Right. We don't censor and take down shit around at my house. So
no, and here is that order. Now we won't go through it all, but there are a couple of things in here. If you haven't read this yet, you really need to read it.
It's pretty cool stuff. It really is.
Oh, it's so good. Instead, defendants state that their ban is now based entirely on plaintiff's interaction with Mr. Hadaway.
Judge Heil's opinion stated defendant's change of position
right here
is, go ahead and read that.
Yeah, is in this court's view a distinction without a difference and a thinly veiled attempt to circumvent the court's TRO.
Which is what you just said.
Yep, that's exactly what it was.
Their first shit didn't work, so they had to create other shit.
Right. Yeah, that's what they did, unfortunately. And this one's funny right here. Defendants do not dispute subject matter jurisdiction as defendants themselves removed this action to this court.
Right.
Because we had filed originally, Legal Overwatch had filed originally in state court. They were wanting to keep it in state court. But then the school's attorneys moved it to federal court, and now we're seeing it play out in federal court. And I got to say, it's hilarious.
This is my favorite. This is my favorite one. Judge Heil also noted that Superintendent Coates, that fireball's nasty. Judge Heil also noted that Superintendent Coates, and this is in quotations, testified that she did not speak with Mr. Hadaway about the incident until October 18th, 2022, 6 days after she issued the ban.
Right here. Yep. Right. And he's pointing out, because the moment that I heard her say that date, I was like writing vigorously on that paper to Maria. I'm like,
yeah. And shout out to Maria and Legal Overwatch. Good job.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, it's sad that we have to fight this hard to get porn removed from the damn school.
Yeah,
why is it so hard?
I still have people today, just a few minutes ago, they're like, why are you pushing so hard on this? Why are you not?
Here we go. So the old hookup at Owasso Liquor. That's funny because that's where I got this stuff.
That's good. I love the boys at Owasso Liquor.
Yeah, that place. Oh my God, they've got so many things there. It's crazy.
They got cigarettes. They got dip, liquor, beer. It's a one-stop shop. Good job, Owasso Liquor.
Guys, I'm going to try to get to all your comments, but
they're blowing up, man.
This is just a celebration for us because, oh my God, I tell you what, I've had some. What have we inspired you to do, Billy? Just let us know.
I like Fox 23. we're going to talk about that for just a little bit.
We are. There was vocal harassing, even though there's no audio, and there totally was.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chaos. I appreciate that. And I appreciate you coming back to watch. Oh, I have something else that's special for tonight. Do you know what that is, Ron? What do you think it is?
Something special. Really?
Yeah, right here, right back here.
What you got?
I said
you're gonna break it out.
I'm breaking it out, sir. Bam. Woodford Reserve. I've never had it before, but I like bourbon. I usually go with Maker's Mark, so we'll see how it is.
You must. I do that rock gut whiskey. You know what I drink.
Well, I don't drink much, so this will probably last me like 5 years. So on the deal, it says like 4 years aged or something. By the time I finish it, it'll be 8 years. 2
days max. I'm trying to get out of this world. Like people knew I had a good time when I left.
Well, here we go. What are you drinking on, sir?
I got some KD, son.
Is that Kentucky Deluxe?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Cheers. If you're out there and you got something to drink with us.
I'll just say to all my haters that call me an alcoholic and stuff, maybe I'm not an alcoholic. I haven't been to the meetings. I'm a drunk. This is my home, and I cuss, I drink, I smoke. I also am a contributing member of society.
Yes, sir. Preach.
I'm a great father, and I help my friends out, and I love my wife and my kids. So piss off. What I do in my little studio man cave out here is my business, not yours. Let's get past all that.
Yeah. And you know what? I tell you what, I guess the more they play the loudmouths in court, the more exposure we get.
Man, on the loudmouths, the YouTube channel, on the Ron, my clicks, I'm just click. People are just.
Yep. And it's funny because people will reach out to you to get in touch with me, which is hilarious.
Happens all the time.
Yeah.
And rightfully so, because I put myself out there more.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, hey, can you get me in contact with Tim? Yeah, you can. Tim's on Facebook the same. I communicate with Tim the same way you would.
Right. Yeah, or just message the loudmouth. Either way. Man, I'm starting to feel that. Feels good. Yeah, hey, I am. I'm a lightweight. I don't drink.
I've got a special thing, Tim.
Yeah, what's up?
I'm going to send you a message because I got somebody coming on here in just a second to congratulate you and I.
Oh, okay. Wait, on the show?
He's gonna call in on video.
Oh, okay. So I need to send him the link then, or whoever that is.
Yeah, y'all, we need to figure this out because this is super special. Well, here,
just share the link that I shared with you to that person.
Okay,
I don't know who it is.
Okay,
Let me. I'll send the link
this is so good.
Just copy that link there and send that to them. That should work.
Okay, because this is
woo. I am y'all.
Tim,
one shot of Fireball and a little sip of that, and y'all are gonna see me go off the fucking rails here tonight, y'all. Maria's gonna be calling me.
I know Maria's gonna be like, y'all need to shut it down, pull the plug.
You said too much, Tim. I'm sorry, but that evidence speaks for itself. Here's the thing. I did the right thing for the right reason, and how can that ever be wrong?
That's right.
How can it ever be wrong?
So the gentleman that's coming on, I know for legal purposes, we can't show your face, but please do the link and come on. And
if you come in, if you don't want to show your face, I think I know who it is.
You hit stop cam and it won't show your face, but you can still talk. So
yeah, I think I know who we got here. Angel's Envy is my bourbon of choice. Okay. Smooth as butter. Yeah, straight bourbon over. Because I usually get Maker's Mark.
Angel's Envy, is it a bourbon?
Yeah.
Oh, bourbon. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. I usually get Maker's Mark. I actually put warm water in my Maker's Mark. Because it is delicious. You got to try it. I actually got that tip from the owners of the company, the family. Yeah.
Maker's Mark, the people that owned it?
Yeah. I was listening to it was a on Air America or something. They had.
Oh, I thought you meant like they call you. You were talking to them and they were.
Oh,
like, hey.
no. They were, but they were saying that's the way to do it because it brings out the flavor. The warm water makes it like, I don't know, effervesce, whatever you want to effervesce. I feel like I'm feeling.
Man, you're talking a lot, Tim.
I am. That's what happens. I would never drink, man.
I love it.
I haven't eaten either.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna watch this video tomorrow and be like, oh no.
Yeah, we'll probably have to pull this shit off.
Oh.
No, it's good stuff. Art Hadaway, I appreciate you doing what you did, sir. I just have to say that.
Man, took me by surprise.
I have to say this about something else, Tim. Did you see the shit? Because I have a crush on Blue Dot. And if anybody doesn't know, Diary of Blue Dot came after me first, posted a picture of me with a pink guitar and this and that. And all my shit is public. I don't care. You can pull whatever. I just want to have the conversation. But she was upset because Stitt and Walters won and this and that, and understandably. And she said, what do we do about Stitt and Walters or something? And some jackhole on her Twitter feed or whatever it was went on there and said, assassination.
Right. How do we I'm trying to find it because Live the TikTok picked this up and they shared that tweet. And
I just wanted to be frank and upfront about this.
Found it.
Because I say some outlandish shit sometimes, and that's fine because I said it. But just because I post something and some jackhole comes underneath me and says some stupid shit like this, it's not what I'm saying. Just like the January 6th running into Pelosi's office, those aren't my people. Right. The people outside the Capitol were my people. Yeah, so this right here.
This is what she said. And Libs of TikTok shared unwokable podcast post. Question: what can we do to keep Stitt and Walters from completely decimating the Oklahoma public school system? And somebody said assassination.
Now, this is where I have a breakdown, Tim. I don't mean to interrupt you.
No, go for it.
I like Libs of TikTok. I do. I think they bring out the information. Yep. Unwokable, he has really great information.
Yes, sir.
But to include like that picture of Diary of a Blue Dot next to that comment, that's not what she said.
Right. She didn't say that. That came from somebody else. And I want to point something out to people, and this is what pissed me off about that comment. Whenever this story, the band first came out, I had assholes online telling me, well, I've met Tim and he's never done anything aggressive. He's never been this, but he hangs out with Ron. You're no better than the company you keep. So when people start trashing somebody else because of something that somebody else said, and by the way, Diary doesn't know who that person is, and then they get lumped into the same category, it's bullshit, and people should leave her alone because she didn't say it.
So how do you know that? Do you talk to Diary, I guess?
Yeah. I had a conversation with her about it. She was concerned about it. And
you tell her upset. That I said to tell whoever lumps her into that to piss off.
Yeah. I will tell her that.
She's able to say whatever she wants to say, and she's not obligated and not responsible for other people's remarks. That's bullshit.
Period. Yep, that's right. And it looks like we have a special guest. Y'all, I don't know who in the hell this is.
I know who it is. I love it.
We've got, I'd like to invite Orange in Florida to the program. Go ahead, sir.
Hello, is this the infamous Tim?
Yes, it is. Hell yeah, you got the liberal loudmouth. What's up, Donald?
Well, sir, I just wanted to call. I'm getting ready to make a big announcement.
Oh, Mr. President, I just have to say thank you so much. Thank you so much for calling in.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. I've been keeping a close eye on what's going on. When the FBI raided Mar-a-Lago, the only thing they didn't get was my little Wi-Fi password to the Owasso Public Schools, so I was able to watch the meeting last night. And I just want to say, you guys, you're tremendous. You are what makes America great again. We got friends to the left and friends to the right that are bridging the gap. I mean, your victory yesterday in the court was almost, not as quite, but almost as big as my victory over Hillary. But just want you to know you guys are doing a tremendous job. I don't want you to stop the fight because, as you see with the election, we still got a lot of shady things going on in this country. So I need you to keep fighting.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Anything you need, Mr. President?
Yes.
Do you have any last words of wisdom for us?
Well, you know, last night you showed testicular fortitude unlike what I have never seen before. I mean, honestly, if O Pence would have had that same thing, we wouldn't have been in this situation. But I do have to comment. I do have to comment on a couple of things. Last night I was listening to the comments of the two young students there, and I just wanted to say I had not read or seen a more beautiful scripted response that was prepared by someone else since I watched Miss Cassidy Hutchinson during the committee meetings. So,
Mr. President, thank you so much.
That's amazing, Donald. Go take it, Ron.
No, I know you got a big announcement here in a little bit. I made a post about you earlier. I was like, I don't care who runs. If my president Donald Trump runs, he's getting my vote. And I appreciate your service. Thank you for paying attention to the loudmouths, and thank you for serving our country as president and leading us and go make America great again, sir.
That's what I'm trying to do. But as you know, old Sleepy Joe, he's he's doing everything he can. I mean, I had to check this last month. I just had to check 2 weeks ago to see if my mother and father voted. I mean, it's getting bad out there.
Thank you so much.
I just want you to know, Oklahoma has a special place in my heart. You guys are wonderful. And honestly, if there's one thing that you, the viewers, can get from all of this, is this whole situation doesn't matter what side of the political side you are on the fence, good is good and evil is evil. And I'm glad that you, Ron, and you, Tim, the liberal loudmouth, came together and fought the good fight. So God bless you. God bless your viewers, and God bless the United States.
Thank you so much.
I got to go. Melania's giving me the dirty look. I got to get going.
Thank you, President. Good luck with that, sir. Thank you very much.
Good night.
We'll see you later.
Thank you.
That was amazing.
That was amazing. That's what we bring to the table, people.
Donald Trump on the show. You heard it first here, y'all.
That was amazing.
In the sleepy town of Owasso, who'd have thunk it, right?
They just didn't know who they were messing with, did they?
They had no idea. We know people, Ron.
That's right.
we know people.
So thank you so much, President.
Yeah.
Oh, that was so good.
That was amazing.
The only thing that could have made that better is if Blue Dot was on the show with us when that happened.
That would have been awesome. I offered, but I think she's busy tonight. But back to that, it really is an unfortunate circumstance that she got lumped into that. And
absolutely, it is.
Yeah, it's not okay for somebody to suggest assassinating anybody. Let's point that out.
You can't joke about shit like that.
Right. But she didn't say it. So I felt like we needed to bring that out on the show because balls and strikes, right, Ron?
That's it. And it happens to me all the time. I have right wingers that are just way out there. Not very many of them, but there's a few that are hardcore, just America, right? Just violent type stuff. And no, I'm not going to. Yeah, you're not going to use my name and go underneath my name and say something that I disagree with. And the same, I felt like, and I saw where, I guess, Unwokable and Mark, this isn't a slight towards you, but grouping her into that as far as liberals call for assassination, that's bullshit. That's bullshit rhetoric. And I'll just say it, it's bullshit rhetoric. It is.
Yeah. It wasn't liberals. It was Your Mom for America that said that. And I don't even know who the hell that person is. For all I, you know what? And that person deleted the tweet.
They should be in jail, as far as I'm concerned, for at least a night or two to learn a lesson.
They should be investigated, though I will say they were probably making a stupid joke. Doesn't matter. They still need to be investigated, because
that's why I say a night or two, Tim.
You never know. You never know. Oh, here's chaos. I never believe I got to watch a live stream where I got to hear Donald Trump talk in the call. Hells yeah. That's what loudmouths bring. We bring out the best in people.
Y'all thought we were just two dads in Owasso just pissing off school boards. That's not what we do, son.
Y'all had no ideas.
No.
Oh, y'all better lock the doors and bar the windows. Billy's on his way to Owasso. Come on, Billy.
That was I really appreciate him coming on doing that. I want to go back to what is Billy's Basil Hayden 4 Roses shit? What is that?
That's probably a drink, perhaps. Basil Hayden 4 Roses. Is that like a bourbon? I'm not sure.
That sounds like it's got 3 or 4 different genders in it, or three or 4 different bourbons in it. Oh, sorry.
Identify as bourbon, drink me.
Yeah.
Oh man. No, this is really good stuff though. It's Woodford Reserve double oaked right there.
Tim, I have to say this. You know that I am active in politics, apparently.
A little bit.
We went up to the watch rally, GOP, you and I.
Yep. Yeah, we sure did.
And we saw Shay Rossi.
We did.
And I ran up to her because that's what I do.
Yes, you did.
And I was like, hey, this entire table right here is Owasso people. And she's like, oh, that's wonderful. Well, then I started showing my phone where Ryan Walters had pulled ahead and this and that. And she wanted to interview all of us. How many she interviewed? 1, 2, 3, 4 of us?
5. Yeah, 4 or 5 people.
She interviewed 4 of us, and I haven't seen any of us on the news.
None of them. You know what else you didn't see on Fox 23?
Tell me what I didn't see on Fox 20, because I don't watch Fox 23 very much, but go ahead. I watched Channel 8 because of Bert.
Yeah, you didn't see any story about an Owasso parent being banned from the school board meeting after calling out the school for not putting policies in there that would prohibit pornography.
No. Hang on.
You didn't see that story.
No, hang on. I saw you on Fox 23 last night. I saw you.
Yeah.
I saw you.
You did. But it wasn't about my ban, was it?
I don't think it was. I think it was you thanking the school for doing what you asked them to do 2 months ago.
Yeah. And when I reached out to Fox News, you know what they said to me, Ron?
Tell me what they said, please, God.
How is that newsworthy? This is from the director. How is that newsworthy that a parent gets banned? Now, anybody in the comment section, Todd, because I remember you're the one that told me about it first, and I went and looked, and I got to thinking, like, man, that's so weird. Fox comes out there to do a story just about the policy change.
Yeah.
Just a policy change. They change policy all the time, don't they, Ron?
Every board meeting.
They're doing a story about a policy change, but what did they not include in that?
Anything about the judge's ruling. Tim,
Nothing.
I'll go you one better. I talked to Tanya Motorzinski, whatever, how you say her name.
Yeah.
I think 2 weeks ago about you being banned, and she just went off the chart. She was talking to me about a story about Ryan Walters getting elected. And she's like, no, we got to stop recording. I need to call Tim because that's the bigger story.
Yep. I remember us having that conversation, and she did reach out to me, and we got, you know what? I tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and just.
And bring up Dana's real quick.
I'm going to go ahead and just put this on the interwebs here. Let's see.
Dana, I see your comment. Hang on a second.
Hello, Tim. I'm the news director at Fox 23. I have no idea who you are, what Loudmouth Productions is, or what your position may be on this issue. You write that you were banned from a school board meeting. How is that newsworthy?
So please bring up Dana Walsh's.
Yeah, I'm about to do that right now because that plays into how does Fox National pick it up and their local station misses the point?
And this was in hours of you got this email, and like an hour later, national Fox News picked it up.
Yep, they sure did. I had been working with that Fox reporter for days on this because he was very thorough in what he was doing.
My comment to Frank Vapalachina is maybe that's why you're local and they're national.
Don't know, but can y'all tell me exactly how a parent being banned for lobbying the board to pass a policy that prohibits sexually explicit content from the school isn't newsworthy, that ban, but the passage of that policy that parent lobbied that got him banned in the first place, it seems to be, is noteworthy.
And this is thanks, Todd. It's Motorzinski.
That is my question, Sherry.
That was my first question. How is it not?
Now I'm going to go into conspiracy mode here. This is conspiracy theory. We saw the agenda get moved for the first time ever, didn't we?
Well, it didn't get moved on paper, but Renee came to us and said, "Hey, we're going to move everybody in front, even though the agenda says you're at the ass end of it."
Right. So they went ahead and did that, but they did on paper change where the special recognition fell after the public comments, because always special recognitions comes before. So it seems to me that something was choreographed, that they purposely changed the structure. Pure speculation on my part.
I think it's pretty spot on.
I think it's an accurate
bring up Todd's, yeah.
Well, this is Chaos Seeker. This tells you that the news is biased.
It is.
I didn't say it, but that's kind of what it leads to.
Well, and Dana's little comment right here. We're on that.
There we go.
White on rice.
Megan Fox, Candace Owens, and Laura Ingraham all thought it was newsworthy. I agree.
They did.
Huh. Don't worry. Huh. I'm not big on that guy.
I love Alex Jones, but
like if I was friends with him, he'd probably be asking me for money right about now. What do you think, Ron?
Yeah, he's
they stood him for almost $1 billion.
Yeah, he's gonna be he's gonna be couch surfing for a while.
Yeah, the news is biased. I think that's the takeaway here, and I'll tell you what. There was a reporter from Fox 23 who had planned on doing an interview with me.
Right, I know for a fact there was.
And there was a Fox 23 reporter that was at that board meeting that night that I was standing like 5 feet away from, 10 feet away from. Didn't do an interview. But what did they do? They put my face all over their news station.
Thanking the school.
And ran it. They literally ran this story, guys, all day long, over and over again. They ran it all day long. Because what does that do? It makes Owasso look better.
Oh, that's a good point, Dana. Do you see that? I didn't even realize that.
Well, that is another part of this whole thing. I thought it was more interesting that the kids who spoke against the policy didn't stay for the vote. Maybe I missed them and they were behind me.
Nope, they left.
And if you notice, because they usually put the people in the order in which they signed up to speak, but they didn't do that. They put the kids at the front and they put the kids at the back. Now, I'm not going to disparage those kids because the speeches were really good, though I will say
they did a great job. They did a great job.
I feel like the language did sound very adult-like, where they're quoting Supreme Court cases and they're quoting from the American Library Association. That tends to be people who are in the Rainbow Coalition type folks that would write that stuff.
Or administrations at public schools. I'll say it.
Yeah. Miss In Cahoots looked like she had a stick up her butt.
Oh my God, Miss In Cahoots.
Now, I want to point out to Bo, I read that.
Yeah, that was in quotations
here. I just want to make sure that this is probably going to end up in federal court. Glad they spoke, but I would expect that level of interest would keep them there, of course. Now,
absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. And now my daughter was upset that they pulled all of the books, the graphic novels. But, like I pointed out in my speech, it takes time to fix shit. It just does. I mean, what can you do?
And if she had a specific book like the little girl talked about the other night that she wanted to read, you would have went to the bookstore and bought it for her.
Read that one, Ron. I'll let you read it.
They did a great job reading someone else wrote that shit. Prove me wrong. I'll wait.
Cheryl, you are welcome. And when this
Sherry,
started,
I appreciate you so much.
Is it Sherry? Oh, okay. I thought that was an L.
I mean,
when this started, I mean, I'll be honest, it was my child.
Yeah.
I mean, I watched this child come into the world. I cut this child's umbilical cord. I made a promise to this child that I'd keep this child safe. So that was my concern in the beginning, and it still is my concern today, obviously. But when it turned into this, it's like, this is about everybody's kids.
Well, and
it's my own kids.
They took it too far. And even Burt Mumolo gave him an out. He's like, it'll go to jury trial now unless Owasso pulls their head out of their ass and lets bygones be bygones.
Yeah, that's what Burt said. Yeah,
well, he didn't say head out of their ass, but he said bygones be bygones.
I mean, might as well have.
It did, Kevin.
It really did. Had blue mom language all over it. Yep.
And Miss President of the Blue Moms just banned me.
Cherie.
Oh.
Je
t'aime. Parlez-vous français?
Parlez-vous français? Sorry, we're not poking fun. I've had too many sips, I think, of the bourbon, so forgive me.
Yeah, you're wobbling, dude. I'll tell you this. On the stand, one of the lawyers asked him, he or she said, do you make fun of yourself on these little podcasts as well?
Yeah, I remember that.
And Tim's like, I absolutely am self-deprecative. I make more fun of myself than I do anybody else.
Yep, which is true. I mean, I almost said this in court. I almost said I describe myself as an idiot on the show. It's like two idiots doing a show.
It is. It's what it is, Tim. Right. It is what it is.
But here's the thing. We are dads. That's the most important aspect of our life, I believe.
Absolutely.
I can't speak for you, but I assume Absolutely. That's true for you. And we want to get things done that fix things. So we have, I feel at this point, an obligation to just keep this going.
Keep it going. You have to.
Right. Because we're effective. What we're doing is working.
People always say, y'all are leaders, y'all are heroes, and they feed our egos. And I love that shit. I really do. But leaders lead. They don't talk about leading. They just go out and they lead. Yeah. And I feel like that's what I don't want I love the attention. I sometimes I'm like, I need
Ron hates it. Y'all.
Sometimes I'm like, shit, I just want to go to bed. Y'all leave me the fuck alone. But no, most of the time I'm like, my wife's like, oh my God, if they only knew what you do. Anyway, pull up Cherie. Third comment up, next one up.
Right here.
Yeah, Chris is my man.
Banning. Oh yeah,
I love some Chris Banning, son.
Yep.
That dude is all American, all American. Love him.
Thank you for that comment. Now I want to point it. Todd had my Twitter locked again for sharing pictures from blankets. That doesn't surprise me because those pictures are ridiculous. They're absolutely ridiculous.
Well, this is going to upset you because while we were on this show, right before Mr. Trump, the president, came on, I was hit with a Facebook ban.
Are you serious?
No, I'm being very serious.
How long? 30 days?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh shit! Then this may not even be going to the Ron page.
I don't know if it is or not because it said somewhere from 2017 I shared an image that was sexually blah blah blah.
Freaking Facebook, man. This is crazy, y'all.
So let us know if you can see this on the Ron page because I think I'm blocked.
Yeah, because it's going to all of them, and I just, hell if I know. Does it
right in the middle of Donald Trump speaking to us? It was like you have.
Oh, so it didn't happen before. So this should be on Ron then. If you were banned in the middle of, you know what? How interesting is that? Sounds like somebody might be going through all of your stuff, reporting everything.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Let's point out that these people watch us, Ron.
Oh, they do. Yeah, absolutely. Obviously they do.
Yeah. I mean, I've gotten a little paranoid about the goings on of, things that are happening.
I can still see it on the Ron, but I don't know if it's on there or not. But I gotta, you did not follow Facebook standards, blah, blah, blah. And I was just clicking buttons. I was like, they fucking got me.
But like, well, can't we just follow Owasso standards and it be a free for all? Oh, wait, guess what they did last night, Ron?
Followed community standards?
Owasso. I don't know. We never said this, I don't think, but Owasso implemented the policy that I was asking for in the first place. I'm sure everybody in the comment section is aware, but in case there's somebody that isn't, it was a double victory yesterday. And that's why I'm drinking, because, I don't think I've had as good of a day since the birth of my children.
I know. And you've been covered by every news organization except Tulsa Metro, except for Bert.
Shout out to Bert. Go Bert.
Strong work, Bert. But you've been covered by the Blaze, the Beacon, OCPA, Fox News, Laura Ingram, Megan Fox.
Yeah, which we may be able to have her on the show. I went on her show last night. I met a guy named Courage is a Habit. Wasn't familiar with his work, but seemed like great folks. So hopefully we can get her on. I watched a video, and I didn't know much about Megan. I'd heard her name before, but I watched a video of her literally calling the Owasso Public Schools in her live to get comments, because she's a reporter.
Oh, I saw that.
She's a journalist. And then, of course, Motor Coach was in a meeting.
And that's in quotes.
Right. So then she called the police department, the Owasso Police Department, to see if it was like, well, they said he was intimidating or harassing. Maybe there's a police report. So she calls the police report. She did her due diligence, which means she has integrity as a journalist, and I respect that beyond anything else. And shout out again to Art Hadaway. I mean, we were thinking about, like, why isn't he saying anything? You know what I mean?
And I just want to say it changed my perspective of art. And I'm an open mind. I'm not just, this is how it is. I thought that you do fluff pieces for the schools and this and that. But when it came down to it, you told the truth and you stood up and did what was right. And I appreciate that, Art. Thank you.
Yeah. I mean, he's under oath. So, when you're under oath, there was some I found interesting about myself, which is, I don't know if this was, it wasn't planned, but while my attorney and Bo Rainey were questioning me on the stand, I was just giving, I wasn't giving anything other than answers to the questions, right? I wasn't editorializing or anything.
Right.
But when the judge asked me questions, what did I do? I started talking. I started adding stuff to it, and letting the judge know this and that and the other.
Hang on a second.
Yeah. What's up?
Bring up Cherie's last comment, because I need to speak to this.
This one. So glad Art and was it Neil were truthful. Neil was not.
He was not truthful.
No, he wasn't. He stood up.
I don't know if you're friends with Neil, but I call balls and strikes. Neil was not truthful. He has not been truthful. And he, even in the courtroom, whatever Margaret Coates says happened. Even though he's seen the evidence, and the judge said, no, this didn't happen.
I believe Art went up before the board members, right?
Yes.
So they had literally sat there and listened to Art say that he wasn't threatened. And they repeated the same thing.
They surrounded Margaret Coates.
The only really differing response was from Frosty.
Yes.
His was a little different. His was funnier. I mean, I feel like I like the guy outside of.
I like Frosty, but I think that he has some loyalty to the school system.
I'm not going to read that, but I'm putting it up on the screen.
That says Neil is a little weasel.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't
and
say
it is
that.
Very true.
I didn't say that. And God,
no.
Damn it, hold on.
No.
It won't let me take this comment down, Ron.
Oh my gosh.
I can't figure out why. Well, we may be stuck with that comment on the rest of the episode.
Try to go 2 comments up and see if that one will work.
Let me see. Yeah. Oh, that one did work.
Yeah, that one.
I was able to. Okay.
I did appreciate that they made Neil acknowledge that he knew that you were running against him in the next school board election.
That also came out in the courtroom. Yes, it did. We found out that Margaret, in fact, did know that I was running for school board. And it was funny because the question that was asked wasn't a great question, and she offered that without
she offered it up.
She did. She stepped in that one.
Yep.
And
Neil offered up that he was not even, he ran opposed. So he was the obvious winner is what he said. And so when you don't have he ran
unopposed.
Right. You don't have another candidate running. So then you become an appointed school board member.
Yup, that's true. Oh, we got 19 followers. I wonder how many of those are from Owasso Public Schools.
I don't know. And I don't know that all the followers we get from Owasso Public Schools are negative because
bring it up, Ron. Let's hear about it. What do we got?
We've had quite the substantial amount of OPS employees contacting us being like, yes,
we have. So not everybody in a school is on board with this stuff, but here's the thing. These people have jobs. They have to feed their families.
Right.
And that's where it comes down.
We would never blast those people out. And to the 2 people that have been working with me for the last year or 2 at the ESC, which is the education, what is it? The
Education Services Center.
Education Services Center, the admin building. I appreciate y'all. I understand. But that went fucking dark as soon as your ban hit.
Oh, you know what? Cherie, is that right? Did I say that right?
Yeah, Cherie.
Cherie. Was it Brent that said he wasn't threatened? No, it was Art Hadaway. Brent has never made a statement that I have seen, not yet.
God. Tim, I'll tell you this. I want to get to Dana's comment too, but there's so many good comments. I will say this about Brent. Brent hasn't said anything negative about you. He hasn't been involved in this at all. He hasn't filled an affidavit. He hasn't done anything except the same thing Brent did all these years. He spoke to parents in the parking lot and had a civil conversation with them. And I applaud Brent. Last night, I went into the school board meeting and I shook Brent's hand and we didn't say a word. He looked at me. I looked at him. We shook hands for couple of seconds, and I know for a fact that man does not believe what they did to you is correct.
Yep. And Brent has always been a stand-up guy, and if you watch the video of that Halloween meeting, because it was a clown show, if you watch that meeting, you will notice whenever I say Brent likes to debate, you'll see Neil go like this. They all know it. They all know he loves a debate. And I'm not mad at Brent.
Even last night, he said, how many of the 3,000 books were taken off the shelf? He's the only one that he's the only one that ever asked questions.
Ever. He's the only person that I've seen.
I will vote for Brent if I can.
I would vote for Brent also. Yep, absolutely. I would without hesitation, because I mean, I believe he's an accountant. He does audits and stuff. Right. So it's really good with numbers. So when it comes to the actual being a steward of the money, I trust Brent. I'd trust Brent to go through the numbers and come out with a good solution. He's a very intelligent man. He's I guess you could kind of describe him as a little nerdy. And that's why he likes to debate. And me and Brent have done that, for years now. Really,
he's a very pleasant man, and I love talking to him.
Yep.
And and I have nothing but great things to say about Brent.
Yeah. So, but when all this was going on, I don't know what the hell was going on. because it was I don't know what this says. Let's see. Oh, the parking lot. What was it that was said? Okay, so
thank you, Michelle, for this.
It's not a place for a public forum. It's only meant for parking a vehicle in. This is what they tried to argue.
I'll say that I just have to really quick. I don't mean to interrupt. No, Michelle, there were several people there, even at the federal courthouse. Yeah, there were several people there in support of Tim. Michelle was one of them.
Yeah. But so the school tried to argue, and this is my recollection of what happened in that meeting based on my memory, that it's sad that I have to qualify these statements, but I fear retaliation. I'll just say, if I say anything out of order,
I can say it.
Go for it. I'll let you.
Margaret Coates said that the parking lot was not a meeting. It wasn't a public forum. She said the parking lot was for parking cars.
That's it. That's it. That's what
You're not allowed to speak in the parking lot.
Right. You can't even stay in the parking lot. Nope. My God, you have no right to be in this parking lot that you've been paying for years.
That's what she said. And I was in the back. I was like, ask her why a board member always speaks to us in the parking lot, because he can't speak to us across the counter in the open meeting. Yeah. He can speak one-on-one, and that's where the parking lot comes into play.
Yeah. It's crazy. I missed this, but I wanted to read it earlier. I hope that the district staff that are to give updates at the meeting start coming prepared, like the question that Brent asked about how many books were found. Yeah, I thought the same damn thing when he asked that. I'm like, Mark,
how do you not know that?
Do you not know that? Now, I'm going to give a shout out to Mark. I'm telling you, I wrote a Substack, and if you don't, I'm going to go ahead and link it in the.
You can give a shout out to him. I don't trust the dude. I don't have anything to say about him, negative or positive. I just don't trust anybody.
The man plays the game, and that's where he is. He also has a family. He's got to feed his family.
He's got a boss, and that's fine. I understand that, but
I'm going to link to this Substack here, and it may not actually let me. It looks like it might. I'm going to link there. That I wrote is basically the most comprehensive version of what happened that you'll find. So if you want to know what happened, what was said, all the lead up, all that stuff, it's in there. Aside from the victories, I haven't updated it since then.
I'm going to be pissed off if they ban me.
I don't think, man, at this point, I don't think they'll. I think
I'm talking about Facebook.
Oh yeah, they might. Let's see, like the questions about asked how many books were found and they had no answer. You spent months doing a review and no one said 2, 10, 30, 2 tubs worth. I call BS and intentional withholding of information.
Absolutely.
So it isn't recorded. So Mark had, last I heard, and this was from Mark in an email, I believe, that no books had been removed since they started looking. That was the last thing that I
But he said in the meeting that there were other books besides blankets.
Yeah. But the process takes a while. I mean, it's a lot of books to go through.
I'm really glad that he said that the process didn't take very long in the elementary schools.
Right.
Middle school took a little bit longer, and high school's taken even longer. So
only far left people have freedom of speech. I was going to say I'm on the left, but apparently I don't have freedom of speech because Judge Heil, he said that they violated my freedom of speech. Didn't he say that, Ron? Is that what he said?
He did say that. He did say that. We all have freedom of speech, and it is our responsibility to understand when we can speak and when we can't, what we should say and what we can't say.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree with that. The best conversation. It does. It really does. The best conversations I've ever had at Owasso Public Schools happen in that parking lot.
And do you know why?
Brent England.
There is a very specific reason why, because there is decorum and board policy as to how you are supposed to act inside of a board meeting. There is no board policy or decorum in a parking lot, which means you get to be yourself in the parking lot. And what kind of language do I use as a person in my normal everyday life, Ron?
You drop the F word like every other sentence.
I say fucking bullshit about just about everything. I stubbed my toe the other day and I said, well, that's fucking bullshit. Who put that in the floor? I mean, that's just the way I talk. So, claiming that I was, he was talking about Facebook banning Ron. Well, I get banned all the time too. Shit.
Well, but
of course, I'm also not far left.
somebody's digging in my shit because they just sent me a thing that said I was in violation of community standards from 2017 for something.
Well, that's what James is referring to.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Yeah. That man, I'm on my second little I think you're behind a little bit, Ron.
No, I just have a higher tolerance for alcohol than
well,
you do.
that's true. Then speed it up, buddy, because this is a celebration night, y'all. You guys get to see me go off the fucking rails tonight. I mean, that's what's happening.
Speaking of which, the rails, what do we have coming up very soon? We have Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Between Thanksgiving and Christmas, what happens?
Between Thanksgiving and Christmas, a lot of tears. I don't know what. Help me out.
You have to go down and file at the election board to run for
Ward
that's 3.
Right. Yes, I do. Cheers to that.
Cheers.
And you know what? I wonder if during the campaign, Neil is like, "Oh my God, look at this guy. He said fucking bullshit, and he was drinking on a show."
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, I hope he does. I'll tell you this right now, Tim. You're going to have the biggest. Have you heard the names Ryan Walters?
Yes, I have.
Have you heard Dana Perito?
Yes, I have. He showed up to all of the board meetings for me.
Have you heard of Chris Banning?
I have. Love the dude.
A couple people you may not have heard of. Grant Miller.
Don't know that person.
Grant Miller is a Tulsa City Councilman that we just got elected over in Tulsa. Christian Bingle is another one we just got elected over in Tulsa. I know how to run campaigns now, Tim. We're going to rock this shit.
Yeah, we are. So, Neil, sorry.
You won't be unopposed this time.
You will not be unopposed. And in fact, every board member, maybe aside from Brent, won't be unopposed.
Nope.
No. Yeah, I gotta say, it'll be nice to have people in there that are just regular, everyday people who just give a shit about their kids. Period.
My conspiracy mind is like, this is why Tim got banned. Margaret Coates knew that he was fixing to run for school board, and she just was like, "No, we cannot do that." That's my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, we could go a lot of different ways. I'm not going to make any definitive statements here because for reasons.
Oh, he'll be post screenshots.
So who posted screenshots of us, Denise? I put that up there because I was curious, but Ron was.
No, he said she's meaning during the election, the campaign.
Oh, well, that's fine. Because I tell you what, I've got 40 years of asshole behind me. And I'm 40 years old, if that tells you anything. When I was a baby, I was probably an asshole.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mom. I love you, Mom. Just saying. So you can't undo that.
Yeah,
but what I can say, what's that?
Pull up Kevin Randall's comment, because this is probably going to happen.
Ryan and Diana to have a kickoff party for your election. That would be nice, right?
Ryan and Dana come over to support. Yeah.
Oh, did I say Diana? I did say Diana.
You did, but you're 2 or 3 in.
I'm a few in, I think. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. You are both real. Yes, this is as real as you see. I'm starting to slur my words, so we should probably cut it short here pretty soon because
soon. This is why I'm called the real Ron, because I'm just the realest shit you're gonna find.
Yeah.
If I like your eyebrows, I'm gonna tell you they're great. If I don't, I'm gonna be like, that looks like 2 eagle wings that are fucking broke.
I had somebody today, I don't remember where it was. Oh, I think it was Megan. She said, "I love his eyebrows." I wonder if she said that because of my dick face.
Yeah, I'm
video.
sure she did. Yeah,
because
they played that in federal court. People.
They did. It was in federal court. Oh my God!
And like 3 big widescreen TVs. So you got Tim saying, "I got resting dick face."
Yeah, I got to tell you. So I'm sitting in the fucking the witness stand, which is amazing, by the way, guys. It was so cool. Down like below me, there's a TV I get to watch, and I'm just sitting there and I'm thinking, go to a different place, Tim. Go to a different place. Because every time I hear dick face, it makes me laugh.
Even before you went up there, I was like, you know, they're going to play it. Don't fucking laugh.
Yeah, I know. And I'm just like, oh, don't do it, Tim. Oh my God. It was good though.
The judge was like, because Tim's attorney's like, they showed this much of that video that's 2 hours long. There's more context in there. The judge is like, I really don't want to watch 2 hours of this.
Right. But he did open it up to the possibility that he may need to. But yeah, it was pretty funny. Yeah. Sherry said, oh, that's the wrong. How about a
What? I don't understand that.
That is an inside joke.
Okay.
James, I shouldn't tell that story.
How about a chair
tell
sack?
That story. Ron, I will tell you that story after we get off. Oh my God, dude.
Oh, look at Dana's. Yeah.
That was one of the best nights ever. Half the kids that can vote would love to. Yes.
That's true.
Generally love me. They do. Because I am one of the goofiest people you probably
The reason I tell people that I will support you is because you're going to listen to every parent's complaint.
I will.
Every parent's concern. You're going to engage those parents. You're going to shake it up. Just like President Trump that just called in on us.
Yeah.
You're going to shake some shit up.
Yeah. Got to get rid of the establishment. And who's the establishment, Ron? Currently in Owasso.
The board and the administration, Margaret Coates. Coates. Sorry, Margaret. And Margaret, I love your name because my mama's name was Margaret too.
Oh my God, James, you are killing me, sir, because I can't tell this story.
No, don't tell. Not on live TV. No.
Oh, it was so great. I'll just say that
exactly, Denise. You're right. Exactly.
I played a Ninja that night. We all played Ninja that night. It was at
just tell the story.
It was at a family reunion. No, you'd have to have been there. You really would have had to have been there. The whole point was what you said on your show was irrelevant to their issue in the parking lot. I mean, it really was.
It was. I've been saying that ever since day one. I don't give a shit what I say on this show. This is in my house. I don't give a shit.
And my attorney brought that up too.
It's free speech.
Right.
Yeah.
It was, I mean, totally taken out of context. They clipped a little, and what they clipped out of it right after the video that they cut off, I said that I had never met Art before. That was part of that video. And in that same video that they clipped, I'd announced my run for school board.
Right.
So strange how that works. Here we go. Crazy. First, they violated your First Amendment rights to free speech, and then they tried to persecute you in federal court for your choice of religion. They
did. I forgot about that.
As hell did. Bo was hammering on that.
Yeah.
So I'll tell this story. I have no shame in it because I do not believe that school is a place for anything that isn't neutral. So what they did was they had brought in this. It was a church called Light of Hope, where they help, I guess, addicts or whatever through prayer and Christ and stuff to get off of drugs or whatever. Well, they coupled with the DEA to come in and put on this program. Well, I sent an email to the school. This was during this, time that I was banned. And I'm like, look, my child isn't going to attend a sermon at a school, and I don't find that that's appropriate for you to be doing that. And then I cited the website of the Light of Hope, and I said they very clearly are a religious organization, and I don't think that's appropriate. Bo went on for God for how long about that? Yeah. And I think he was trying to taint my the judge's view of myself, I think is what he was trying to do.
It was a character attack. Yeah.
Right. It's like, oh my God, this guy, he's questioning religion in schools. Yeah, yes, I believe in the First Amendment. And I believe everybody should be respected equally, whether they believe in religion or not. And I tell you what, I'll be right back.
Yeah, it was a long time. And I thought the same thing. I don't know about Tim's religious beliefs, but I love Jesus, but I'm not going to stand up there and say that I believe religion belongs in school.
What is this, Ron? What do you think this is?
That looks like a holy Bible.
It sure as hell is. It is a Bible that I read. I read the Bible. That doesn't mean that I believe in the religion.
People think that we're just heathen ass country folk that don't follow rules, and we just think that we're above everybody else and this and that. No, I've read the Bible. Both my grandfathers were preachers. I love the Bible. It's got some good shit in there. It's the bad shit, like, you know, cutting genitals off and this and that. I just really can't get on board with. But I don't want to put that in public schools. If that's what you believe, you're welcome to believe that. I love that you're welcome to believe that. But you cannot teach it in a public school.
Right. And that's where I stand. Even if I was a believer of Christ or any religion for that matter, I would be opposed to it being in school.
And the reason why is because if you believe that Christianity should be taught in public schools, then you have to let Muslim and Buddha and fucking atheism and everything else in public schools. That's not the purpose, and it's never been the intended purpose of public schools.
Right. Never.
Yeah, Bo didn't do well. He didn't.
No, he didn't. Let me put that up there, and I want to let me see, where was that at?
I just don't want to. I don't want people to think we're shitting on religion. We're not.
No,
you're free to practice your own religion, just not in public schools.
Yeah, no, I didn't plan this. I literally, in my office, I literally have a Bible that I read. I believe that this is a story of a man that existed a long time ago. I believe that that's true. Let me go ahead and put this up. Mr. Hadaway further testified that he did not subsequently express safety concerns regarding his presence on the school grounds or make any request for increased security. Man,
just killed his case.
It was done. It was done at that point.
It was done. It's still done. It's still done.
Nobody needed to even be brought up on that witness stand. But what did Bo go ahead and do, despite the fact that the judge said we need to hurry this along because we have a jury trial at 1:00?
Yeah, he's like, what did Bo do? Yeah.
He brought every board member up there.
Every single one up.
The same exact question, and they gave the same exact answer.
And it had absolutely no credibility with the judge.
Nothing. And it had nothing to do with what was going on.
I will say that the young lady, Stephanie Ruttman, who I refuse to acknowledge as a board member because she's actually admittedly broke state law and OPS policy.
You want to expand on that so the people that don't know will know.
Stephanie Ruttman was running for school board. And while she was running for school board, she was employed with the Owasso Public Schools for 2 days. And her ass didn't know that was a violation of state statute 51-07, blah, blah, blah. And it was also against OPS policy. So therefore, she is a defunct, whatever. She's not eligible to continue the campaign.
Right.
She's disqualified.
But they let her.
OPS says, wait a second, I think we can change that policy in a board meeting, and we're just going to say sorry about the law. So, no, I don't think that she's a legitimate board member. I will never acknowledge that I don't even copy her in emails. I don't even pretend that she exists on that board. She's a very nice woman.
She is. She's very, very sweet.
She is very nice.
Yep.
I don't think she's a board member. I will never think that. Call me a forever Trumper. That's not what it is.
Yep. Let's see here. Kevin Ryan, I found it hilarious when the first speaker said their lives had been hurt because their access to graphic novels at school had been pulled. My immediately thought was, you can access or purchase this book on your phone or find it in the public library. So boo-hoo.
I said that at the meeting.
Yes. Yep. Yeah, as did I. I'm like, look, I'm not going to tell you not to go read that stuff. For all I care, go buy a Hustler magazine.
I appreciate the young lady getting up there and speaking.
Oh, absolutely.
It was a horseshit speech. There was no validity to it. Everything that she was, the morals and values of one set of parents shouldn't dictate the morals and values. I could say the same thing to you. That's why we have to take that shit out of public schools, and we have to have a set of standards.
Yep.
And that's what we did.
Yep. Now, Denise says they brought a student to testify, not at the court hearing.
No.
This was at the school board meeting where they voted that policy in. So there were 2 students that gave speeches, and, props to the kids. I mean, I was probably back there clapping louder than everybody else was.
Yeah, I was clapping too.
It was nice to see kids finally up there, because I've been to a lot of board meetings and they never come.
I even said that in my speech. I was like, I'm so glad that the young lady came up and spoke. I'm glad that everybody is here. I'm glad that the board has changed the special recognition to after we speak, so that everybody can have this dialogue.
See. Yeah.
And it was, I wish they would do that going forward. So good job on y'all, OPS.
Yeah.
When I see it, I say it.
And I will say that I actually wasn't going to use any graphic language when I first got up there, because I didn't prepare a speech. I don't know who saw the speech, but I didn't prepare it. But when she got up there and said what she said, I was like, okay, all of the people in this room need to know what was in that book that caused me to do it in the first place.
And you got applause when you did that.
I did. And I got applause from people who weren't even in there for me, because I watched them leave after one of those special recognition things.
Right.
So they were, I believe, in agreement. It's like, okay, wow. Maybe that should be in there.
This is my opinion, and I'm entitled to it, but they used those young ladies as a propaganda piece for something to go into the future with, I believe.
Yeah, that's what Kevin just said. She was used as a puppet by another group. That is what I had a problem with, because it was obviously not authentic. Now, I will play devil's advocate here. I will say that I cannot prove that. It seems that way because of the language that was used in that speech, but I cannot prove that that is true.
No,
so,
none of us can prove it, but Tim,
right.
They put one of them in front of us and one of them behind us.
Yes, and that was definitely on purpose.
Absolutely was.
Yeah.
And they changed the agenda around. It was completely, I don't need to prove it. That's what happened.
Yeah, I believe the whole thing was choreographed. That is my belief. I cannot
Fox News
that.
being there, because I had talked to Fox News about you being banned a couple of weeks before. You've talked to Fox News, and nobody did an interview with you or me or anybody else.
All of the information, they had the videos, they have emails, they have quotes that I've given them from the board, from people at the school. In fact, they had all of that information, and they did not run the story. And then what did that director say earlier that
it wasn't newsworthy?
Yeah, I'm going to put that back up there again.
You should post that.
Yeah, right here. Hello, Tim. I'm the news director of Fox 23. I have no idea who you are, what Loudmouth Productions is, or what your position may be on the issue. You write that you were banned from a school board meeting. How is that newsworthy? Well, shit, I don't know, Frank. I don't know.
Frank, be real, Frank. Frank Valapatina, whatever your name is. Frank, you have a parent banned from a school. How is that not news? What is, you've been day drinking, Frank?
Day drinking. Man, I ain't done that in years. I just said my likeness has been printed all over your news organization all morning long and all last night, and it was used to put the Owasso Public School District in a favorable light, despite the fact that I just won an injunction in court after they banned me for trying to get the very policy that you are covering implemented.
Right. He knows.
I didn't need him to say anything else.
Yeah,
these were my questions to the guy. These are my questions to the guy. Was it active decision to not cover the story related to the ban? And I'll just leave it up. I don't need to read them all. Y'all can pause it and go back over it if you want to. But I reached out to him as a news organization because that's what we are.
We are. We really are. We're informative. We research shit. We try to bring y'all the information that the other news organization obviously won't.
Yeah, but the difference is that we actually do something about it, don't we?
That's what I'm saying. Leaders lead. They don't talk about leading. They go out there and do the shit.
If you're out there and you are afraid of your board for whatever reason, reach out to me or Ron day or night, and we will respond to your stuff, and we will do what we can because we know people. Ron knows more people than I do. but I'm starting to know more people. So
I'll say this: there's another little thing in Owasso. Somebody reached out to me last night. They were talking about what was it?
It was the subs. They're leaving kids unattended.
They're leaving kids unattended. There's
in the classroom,
strength conditioning class.
Right. This is what, and we haven't vetted this at all. Okay.
Right.
So I don't know if it's true, but this is what was conveyed to Ron.
Right. A parent reached out and said, "Hey, do you know anything about subs? Not because this person that is supposed to be in the class is taking care of his wife or whatever, and he's not there, and these children are just left unattended." And what you got?
Cough. Tim is a Dem and Fox as well. We all know a bit very biased.
That would be true, but I reached out. I was in the middle of an interview with Tanya.
Yep. And I'm putting nothing on this person.
No.
Nothing on this person.
No, not on Tanya. No.
Nope.
She was, and I was in an interview with Tanya about Ryan Walters winning the election. And I was like, and I can't wait for Ryan to get in here and handle this stuff and do great things, because I'm fixing to go to a board meeting over here with my friend who was a Democrat and a liberal, and he was banned. And she's like, whoa, what? And she's like, that's the bigger story. Why am I not? I need to talk to Tim right now. And so I sent Tim.
Well, no, it isn't, Ron. No, it isn't. You heard it here first.
I know. It's
a news director. She was
the same shit. I'll say it right here. Shay Rozzi interviewed 4 Owasso parents at a election party that Ryan Walters won, and it wasn't newsworthy. So Frank, handle your shit, son, because it sounds like you're just doing the same shit.
I truly want to know if the money is coming from the teachers union, the schools themselves, if there's, and I don't know if there's any money exchanging hands, but usually
whoever
that's how
gives
this works.
Whoever gives the biggest check for advertising.
Yeah. So if you have information out there about this relationship, please reach out and let us know. We will not post you. We will treat you as a news source, and that is how you will be treated. So if you have any information about any story, please let us know. And
this is why I'm so effective, Tim, because I don't own anything. If you sue me, you're going to get a bag full of fucking clothes.
Be like, hey, I bought these new shoes today. You know what? I'm going to just show off these shoes.
But I will hold you accountable.
These are my shoes. Aren't these awesome?
Oh,
I've seen these on Amazon.
I can't believe you didn't wear those to federal court.
There's decorum in federal court, so I've heard. Man, that was awesome though, wasn't it?
It was a good experience. I'm glad that I went through it with you.
Yeah.
Because I would have been so different on the stand.
Yeah,
I would have been a hostile witness. I've been like, piss off.
Oh,
Bo.
I was a little hostile to Bo. I think he got a little frustrated with me, but that's okay.
That's what I asked too, James. I was like, is it autism? And it's not.
So I didn't purchase it that way, but I ran with it once somebody told me, oh, that's for autism awareness. And I'm like,
my niece is autistic. And
so
I was
it
like,
is.
That's autism awareness.
And I said, cheers to that. More people should be aware that there's autism.
It's what we try to do, is bring awareness to issues.
Y'all need to invest. Oh, go ahead, Ron. Read it.
Y'all need to invest. I'm reading from the comment section. Y'all need to invest in appearance and voice
obfuscation tools.
Well, that tool. OPS teachers and staff should. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they are actually coming out of the woodwork.
They are.
You have no idea. They really are.
But see, that's the thing. You won't hear that from us and who it was and what it was, because we're not. We are journalists. We're loud and we're boisterous or whatever. And I know Ron has said he's not a journalist, but I'm sorry, Ron, to tell you this, but you really are, whether you like it or not.
I'm just a pissed off dad telling people what they need to know.
Yep. But the way to do that, to tell people what they need to know, is to be what?
I guess a journalist.
A journalist. Yeah,
A loudmouth.
independent journalist. You know what's funny? The term independent journalist used to be derogatory, but nowadays, independent journalist means you actually fucking do your homework.
Yeah, we've met a lot of them. Reese Gorman,
Oh,
Trey
yeah.
Savage. What's that other old boy that interviewed you at the rally? I almost said it. Oh my god.
McLean?
No, David.
You almost said what you. I know what you were going to say. Oh my god, that would have been freaking hilarious, man. That would have been on the like 9 o'clock news.
It would have been. Yeah, we would have got banned.
Yeah, the real Ron tonight had said.
David, what's his name? David
McLean, I think, wasn't it?
No, David
Arquette.
McLean.
Arquette.
David Arquette.
Yes.
David McLean is Pastors for
GOP.
Patriots. GOP.
Yeah.
He was there. He's been there the last few board meetings. But
yep.
The independent journalist was David Arquette, I believe. Is his,
he runs Tulsa Today. And in fact, I think he published Maria's press release. If you haven't read that, it is good. Go read it. I posted it on my page as well. Because I know the Ron is, casts a large shadow, but I do exist. you can find me on Facebook the way you find Ron too.
Listen, I'm not even feeling bad about that, Tim, because I've been putting into work too. I've been putting into work too.
You've been around for years now,
Yeah.
So
but my casa is su casa as far as I'm concerned. So
and I was over there just today, wasn't I? The wife was over there with me.
Yeah.
What did I do? I gave you got 4 fireballs. Are you wanting to take another one?
Yeah, let's take another one.
You want to do another one?
And my kids get so excited when they see you that they know you're coming over.
All right, here we go.
And my daughter said, because Tim walked out the back and was doing something. But
while we're taking this shot, this is up on the screen. Go ahead, Ron. Sorry.
While we're Tim and his wife had walked out back to look at my backyard or whatever, but my daughter says, Tim's wife is so beautiful.
I agree. Thank you. All right.
A couple of dick faces. I don't know about that, James.
Who watches this shit? I don't know. I don't
either.
Cheers, man. I'm going to be feeling this shit in the morning, y'all. I haven't drank in a while. So
you didn't take it all?
Just now I did. Yeah, right there.
Oh my God, that's horrible.
Oh, it's good.
I have to say this. I dated a girl back in my way back. In case my wife watches this. It was Mandy Shea from Chickasha. It's what I used to call her.
Mandy Shea from Chickasha.
She was out in Oklahoma City. She was she's beautiful. But she would every night get messed up on this shit. I'm like, you're too
on Fireball?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I couldn't get drunk off Fireball. God, that made my stomach sick.
Yeah, This is back in my 20s and shit. I was like, you're too crazy for me.
Yeah, Michelle, I am absolutely a lightweight. I don't drink anymore. Things happen and I don't
this
like
is the most I've seen Tim drink a beer, maybe.
Right. I've drank one, I think, on the show before.
Yeah. Even
over at your house, you're like, oh, let's get another beer. And I'm like, I got to drive home, because I have like a 2-hour rule.
I got to wash that fucking Fireball down. Shit.
Cherie, thank you so much, man. And that's why I'm drinking, because
spread the word. Tell everybody that we're just real.
We are. But that's why we're celebrating, isn't it, Ron? Because it was a double whammy. It was a double whammy. And
if a couple of dudes from Owasso that are just dickheads or whatever, and just care about their kids and care about the what?
Oh, I said he said it.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Just care about their kids' education, care about the schools, care about everybody. I know everybody thinks I'm transphobic because of the blue moms, but I'm not. I'm not. I want every kid to have the very best experience in high school, schools, period. And that's what I'm striving for. And I occasionally I'm wrong. I get that. And I'm willing to admit that. But give me a chance to come to the table and speak. That's all I'm asking.
Right. What are you speaking about? We're just speaking about life in general, honestly. We're talking about the wins that we got with Owasso, where the judge said, no, you can't violate this man's First Amendment speech. And in fact, he said that the speech with Art Hathaway was also I see I'm slurring my shit, man.
You did. You said also
protected speech, because the district tried to claim that wasn't protected speech because Art was not a board member. That was the argument they were trying to make.
I think we need to raise our bar.
We do.
I think we need to hit TPS.
Deborah, are you watching?
Deborah, Queen Deborah.
Are you Queen? Okay, I can get on board with that.
What the fuck they gonna do? Ban us from TPS?
You know what? I sent a joking message to well, maybe I shouldn't say who I said it to, but I said maybe I could set the record for the most places that I've been, school districts I've been banned from.
I think right now you have been banned more than any other person I know in Oklahoma. That is truth.
Because technically, if you think about it, I've been banned twice.
You've been banned twice
from the same school.
Legitimately.
Can you find any other person that has been banned twice from the same school within a month's time?
If you can, Ron will give you one of these.
Oh shit. If you can link to us a story where another parent had been banned twice within a month's time, you get one of those Jerboard Joy.
And Tim will sign it too.
I'll sign the shit out of that thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Corella. Yeah. Deborah Gist. I think that's where we need to.
Don't they allow public comments?
They do.
That sounds interesting to me.
But you can't disparage the board members.
Oh, I don't need to disparage the board members. I think they do that themselves, Ron. Right?
Yeah, they do.
Speaking,
yeah.
Elena Ashley.
I think Elena would love us. I think Elena would love us over there.
I've got to give a shout out to her. I absolutely love that lady.
I do too.
Such good vibes off of her. And that woman is going places. I've got to say.
And you've met her in person.
Yes, I have. Yes,
and her mama, I love her mama, but Elena is, I love that. She's solid. She is not one way or the other. She holds community meetings where she asks people to come talk to her.
Yes. Who else does that?
I can't think of anybody.
Man, that is what a representative is supposed to do.
Right. That's what
these
Elena,
board members need to take notice. They need to listen up.
That's a leader.
You know what? There's a wave coming, and it's not red. I don't even know what fucking color it is. It's every color you want to imagine.
Right.
It's a wave of Americans saying, you know what? Fuck this. We're done with it. We're the ones in charge here, not these people that are running unopposed.
Our money, our kids, it's our choice.
Yeah. Here we go. We moved our 7th grader to a private school out of TPS after 6th grade last year. Straight A student, but last year was not the right environment for our daughter. And you know what? Here's the fucking sad part about this. And I may get a little irritated by this, but Owasso is a phenomenal school system in the state of Oklahoma. Now, you know, we're comparing one of the worst states for education, that's what we're comparing it to. It's, relative to that. But it has become apparent to me that these things that they do to fuck with the minds of your kids are so subtle that you don't even know it's happening until it's already fucking too late.
Right.
Am I wrong there?
No, the SEL shit.
Yeah. Courage is a Habit brought that up last night. I was on Megan Fox's show right after. I think you were there whenever I went live with her, but they were asking me about that, and I was like, we know a guy, Unwokable, and they know Unwokable also. And they were asking me about SAL, and I'm like, what's sad is that I do not feel comfortable with my child visiting a fucking school counselor.
Right.
That is sad, because let me tell you, the childhood I had, I wish that I had a school counselor that I could have talked to at the time. it would have helped out tremendously. But now, the way things are going now, these people can really fuck up your kid's mind. They really can.
Right. And I think they are.
I think they are.
I think they are.
Yep. Absolutely. Billy has a comment.
Do you know Billy's history or his story?
No, I don't.
I've met Billy's son. He is I believe cerebral palsy.
Is it? I mean, are you okay to tell the story? I mean,
maybe. Billy, do you care?
Yeah, Billy, let us know beforehand. We don't want to blast your shit out.
But I've met Billy's son. He's remarkable. I've given him fist bumps. He is what? Okay, yes. Is this? Okay. Yeah, he's cerebral palsy, I believe. He's in a wheelchair, motorized. Billy and his wife, they take him everywhere, and Billy has filed something against TPS because they took away his son's ability to have an extra aid, or they didn't have the money. Deborah Giss was like, we don't have the money to give your son extra help in the classroom. It doesn't matter if he's adopted or not, Billy. It's fine. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You haven't heard this? You need to follow Billy. You need to get with Billy. No. This is a horrible. I have put Billy's son and his wife is phenomenal. Billy, on my Facebook page.
Hold on. Billy, will you share a link to something that will get me updated on this?
Because
what Ron Tim is telling me is pissing me off.
Yeah, this is bad, Tim. And Tim is the research guy, but
it's the pissing me off. Yeah. And I've got something to say about that.
Yeah, they had a para for him, but then the funds weren't there. So they couldn't have a para, and his son was doing very well. And then all of a sudden, the para.
Tulsa Public Schools didn't have the funds for his child.
Didn't have the funds, or they couldn't hire a para. Look in your messenger, Tim.
Okay.
Something to do with.
Maybe we could table this until I get familiarized with it.
Yeah, let's talk about it because this is a big deal. This is a big deal.
What you're telling me is really.
No, it is.
Man,
it pisses.
This is the same thing that happened to me when my daughter was telling me what she read in that book. This confused look that you probably see in my eye. Of course, I'm kind of drunk right now. Michelle, yes, I am a lightweight. But it's triggering in me something.
No,
really.
Tim, this is something you should get involved in because the news actually did a story on this. And they did. Seriously? Recently they violated this child's educational rights.
Yes, yes, that's what it sounds like to me, right on its face. I don't know I don't know the specifics of this story. Billy, I am going to get with you, and I'm not a lawyer, but I tell you what,
he's pretty close to a lawyer. He's pretty close to a lawyer.
I love reading legal stuff, documents, case law. I like researching. I should have been a fucking lawyer. I should probably still go to law school, honestly.
Yeah, my wife and I tell him the same shit all the time.
I honestly think that's why Bo is fighting against me so hard, because the man fucking hates me.
This story will break your heart, Tim, though. It's this little boy. I've met him. Oh, he's phenomenal.
Ugh, that just tears me up.
Yeah.
I'm trying to read these comments because I feel like Billy's about to say something that's really going to just put me over the edge here. I would love to go. Fucking me too.
After being in federal court the other day, I was like, I want to go to law school.
You know what's sad is that I have.
Yes, please do that, Billy.
Oh my God, I have 100 and some credit hours in college, but they're all like a mix match. Because the first time I went to college, it was for music. The second time I went to college, it was for nursing. And I'm not going to talk about the personal things that happened or whatever, but needless to say, I don't have a degree. I don't even have an associate's degree, but I have enough credit hours for a bachelor's. I'll send you a link to the story. Thank you, Billy. I may not read it tonight because I think
you need to read it tomorrow, but
yeah,
pull up Kevin's real quick.
Yeah, he's the Oklahoma version of Aaron Brockovich. I don't actually get the reference.
Tim and I were getting disposed by Tim's attorneys the other day because we were going to be witnesses. And I said, they were like, we're not real familiar with federal court or whatever, and not trial lawyers by trade. But I was like, Aaron Brockovich wasn't either.
Right. Okay. So I want to speak to that a little bit.
They did a phenomenal job, though, as far as
Maria is doing, for lack of a better term, she's doing the Lord's work. And again, I'm not going to say.
How do you even say that, Tim?
Because I'm agnostic. I'm leaning atheist, but I'm agnostic, which means I can't fucking know. I can't know what's true, right? I can't prove it. So
is that what agnostic means? You just don't know?
I'm not correct. I'm not going to say it's true. I'm not going to say it's not true. So I respect those that believe it, but I'm still just kind of
so drunk.
I am. But this is what happens. If I was stoned, it would be the same effect, really. If I was stoned, we would be having some philosophical discussions. Let's be clear. Maybe one day we can do that.
Yeah.
Because I do have a medical card.
I don't smoke the weed.
I want to point out to Bo and all of the people on his legal team that are watching. I do have a medical card.
I don't smoke the devil's grass. Okay.
But anyway, now I forgot what I was talking about. What was I talking about?
Your wife's telling you to stop.
Yes, that's exactly what she's. No, she didn't say stop. She said, "Are you done yet?" And I'm like, I don't know. I said, I don't know. Am I done yet, Ron?
Oh no.
Am I done yet?
Look at what Billy said.
Let's see. I'm sending both you knuckleheads my number. Okay.
No, the next one.
Oh no, let's see. Edibles, Ron. I'm sending you both. No, I appreciate that, Billy. Because
I'm gonna follow up with Tim. I got it listed. I got it wrote down.
Yeah,
that's a serious issue. He's got a wonderful son, Tim, and he's been you're gonna get pissed off, and I know that you're gonna do wonderful things to help them.
I will do whatever I can. As you guys can tell, I got the fucking Owasso Public School Board
exactly
to capitulate. So, I mean, at this point, what's next? Cherie.
Come on, say her name right. Damn.
Wee. Tim, what are your thoughts about? I've got to pour myself another drink, Ron. What are your thoughts about conservative media covering your story, but not mainstream media? So the conservative media reporting on it, I don't know that Bert is conservative. I actually get the opposite vibe from Bert.
Here's what I think about Bert. I know this wasn't my question, but Bert is a journalist.
Yes, because I can't tell if the man is a conservative or not.
Right.
I can't tell. I look at him, and based on his looks, I think I think he might be liberal.
Let me look him up on voter records.
Oh, there you go. There you see. You are a journalist, Ron. See, you don't like that turn. I'm actually pouring myself just a little, just that much there. Y'all got to cut me off.
Tim, you deserve this.
I do. This is a victory, guys. So if you just came into the show,
your lawyer's like, shut the fuck up.
She probably is, but Maria, I love you, but you got to give me this one. This has been fucking forever. She's texting me. Let me answer this text real quick.
From your wife or Maria?
Keep talking. We don't want dead air here. Keep talking.
Oh yeah. I'm looking at Bert Mumolo he is a registered independent. I knew that he would be independent. Bert Mumolo is an independent. I appreciate Bert because that means so much to me. Because he's not left, right. He just reports the news.
This is that double oak. This is again, it's Woodford Reserve. Double oaked, and it's
from Owasso Liquor and Wine.
Yeah, it really is delicious.
I'm going to get us a sponsorship from them.
That'd be nice.
I go in there all the time. Actually, I met JJ Dawson in there.
In the Owasso liquor store. Seriously?
Oh yeah. JJ is a gin drinker. I'm a bourbon drinker, but JJ's a gin dude. But he's not. He's no longer our senator. So,
it's a
go ahead. Try it again.
It's a celebration. Y'all want to hear? Do y'all want to hear a conversation between 23-year marriage? Let's see.
Are you gonna read it? God damn, you can't.
No, I'm not gonna read it.
Or god dang, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that.
No, you're fine. Keep talking. We don't want dead air. Go.
Is there dead air?
Well,
I don't hear any dead air.
If you don't talk.
You know, I just want to say, Kevin Randall, I appreciate you so much, sir. I appreciate you so much. I appreciate Donald Trump so much. Thank you, Donald Trump, for coming on tonight and talking to us. And I drink QT iced tea and can't get a sponsor. Oh, that's true. I like QT iced tea, though, if it's sweet. Radio 101, keep on talking. James, I don't know who the fuck you are, but you know a bunch of shit about Tim that I don't. So if you want to contact me, that'd be great.
So for just for context, James is my cousin. He is my he is my mom's brother's son. And matter of fact, I remember when he was born. I literally remember when he was born. James and I are literally like identical to each other.
Yeah, James says go independence. Yeah, I'm good with that.
I call myself a Democrat because I've always been, but really I probably should be registered independent. Okay,
I'm a Republican, but I don't go as far to the middle as Tim does. But I'm still a Republican conservative.
So we have confirmed that the house is not on fire because my office is actually not inside my house. It's outside in my yard.
Okay.
But the house isn't on fire. She's just worried about me because, you know, I guess she knows I'm drinking. I don't know.
She's watching. Yeah.
Maybe
my wife is at work, so
she may not be watching. I don't think she watches the show. She's
my wife,
Tim, that's inappropriate.
Here's what's funny. I'm gonna say this. This is gonna give me so much trouble. My wife works at an ER in Tulsa, one of the busiest ERs in Tulsa, and people around her are like watching us, and they're showing her. Yeah. They're like, and she's like, "Turn that shit off."
No, we got several subscribers from my wife's job. She works at the River Spirit Casino, and she's an IT supervisor. And so they I don't know if it was obligatory or not, but they subscribed to the channel.
Yeah.
Oh Lord, y'all are killing me. There goes any of our efforts for strategic campaign plan. I you know what? I gotta say this.
Cheers to that. Cheers to
yes. Cheers to that. What I have to say is that after Donald Trump, there's fucking nothing's out of the bounds of being successful.
If y'all are just tuning in, go back to the start. I think it was like 12 or 13 minutes in. Donald Trump called us.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. He sure as fuck did. It was amazing. So in the middle of that phone call, just the devil. That's racist, sir.
What?
I know you're from my family member, but that's racist. Firewater.
Man.
Firewater. Let's see. Don't get my comment wrong. Let's see. I'm trying to catch up, guys. I had to
so many comments. We've got 200 comments on this thread already.
Yeah, you know what? I love everybody that watches this show.
I do. Y'all are our people. We love y'all. Yes. Thank you so much.
Yes. Because I mean,
Michelle. Yeah, Michelle.
I told you it was going to go off the rails. Didn't I say that early?
I'm like, Ron, I don't.
Even Ron is lost his shit.
I'm like, I don't have any more liquor to drink, but I do.
I gave you 4 of those 5.
And I have to say this. Tim brought me. He's like, I'm gonna bring you 4. We'll do like 1 a show. I'm like, fuck that. I'm going 3 deep right now.
Are you really doing another one? I better not, man. I'm a lightweight. I won't be able to keep up with you.
I gotta go do some tile and shit in the morning.
Yeah, America. There you go. Fuck yeah. Kick one back for America. And see, you're taking one for the team. You don't like it at all?
No, it's horrible. It's like
Oh man.
Have you ever had Fireball? It's like cinnamon just in your mouth.
Billy sent me a copy of okay, thank you for that.
Yes.
Man, I don't know at what point I'll be awake tomorrow.
I don't know that you even want us at TPS board meetings, but Melissa Remington, I'm gonna be there. I'm getting drunk now, Tim. Goddamn. Come on. Come on.
I want to be at the TPS board meeting. I will say that right now because
you know that Melissa's my sis, right?
Yes, I know that.
And she's done so much work at TPS. We need to go over and help her out.
Oh, absolutely. And Lena Ashley, I want to see her in work at work. I want to see her do her thing.
Yeah,
I want to see it. I've heard it.
They shut her down. They shut her down.
I want to watch that because I'll be the person in the back of the Owasso Public School Board meeting saying bullshit.
Right, Tim. You got Deborah Gist making almost $500,000, and she's running the lowest proficiency school district in Oklahoma. How does that happen?
Well, let me tell you, and I'm going to play devil's advocate for Deborah. So, Deborah, you can take this talking point and you can run with it. And I've actually brought this up to representatives and senators. By the way, we need to separate those massive districts,
and that's fixing to happen.
Fuck. One superintendent for all of Tulsa Public Schools. Are you kidding me?
Almost 40,000 kids.
Kidding me? No, that's too fucking much. Yes, you have an assistant that has an assistant that has an assistant, but it shouldn't be that way. It should not be that way. We need to split those large districts up into separate districts, northeast, south, and west. That'd be the easiest way.
I agree with you.
Them. You have a board for each of those districts. You have a superintendent for each of those districts. You have an assistant superintendent for each of those districts. Will it be a little bit more expensive? Probably not. Because
I'll tell you this. Let me just give you this example.
Go for
it. Owasso, Collinsville, Oologah.
What's that?
One superintendent.
Yeah, I mean, that could work too. Why the hell not? Make that whole community, because think about it.
Right.
How close knit are those communities?
Right.
Pretty
Collinsville, you don't know the difference.
Right. You come from Collinsville to go to Owasso to get shit. Always. So you're part of the community. If we're going to be go independents, I'm trying to catch up with the comments again.
So many comments. Oh my God, Tim.
Yeah. No, it's hard for me to catch up. Scotch, when the kid, last person that called this. Nice.
I'll say this,
Tim.
I'll say this.
God, I hope.
I love the attention and I love the engagement, but it makes me nervous because I'm just a dad. I'm not any more equal than anybody else in the community, but I just have the ability to work for myself and raise my family and do this. But it's like, I got politicians, I got Tim, I got parents, I got this and that calling me daily.
And you know what Donald Trump said earlier?
Right.
Donald Trump said earlier, we had the testicular fortitude.
Right.
And here's, I
can't believe Donald Trump.
I know. Phenomenal. It was amazing. I'm not going to say what's going on, but we have big plans for the future. Don't we, Ron?
We do.
Don't we? And it involves dads.
Gonna be some traveling going on.
You know what? Because I tell you what, when my daughter was born, I made a promise that girl that I would protect her. And when dads start pissing and moaning about stuff and pitching a fit about something, trying to protect their child, it comes across a little differently, doesn't it, Ron?
It sure does. I cried for 30 minutes after my daughter was born.
It comes across a little different.
Because I was serious about protecting her from the bullshit in the world.
And let me explain how differently it comes across. It comes across to a point where the school board and the school itself says you are intimidating these people. That's how it comes across. Because, but that's just a dad trying to protect their children.
Right.
That's it.
It doesn't matter if it's you, me, Riley.
Right.
And unwokable.
Right. Even if it's not intended.
I can't stand that fucking name, but Mark Riley Flack, even Chris Banning, Dana Perito. I mean, Ron Walters, he's got a baseball team. That dude's got to be Catholic.
I've got to put this on there. I will clarify
James, why are you still watching, dude?
that I have not shit myself.
Pull up
or is he
Michelle.
talking about somebody else?
Oh my God. Pull up Michelle's comment.
Which one?
Drunk, people. We're drunk. Please don't hold us responsible.
I hope she does. You know what? That's what keeps me going in life. It really does.
No, here's my official statement.
Let's hear it.
Here's my official statement for it's Michelle on the comment.
Yeah, which one? Which comment? Because that was Michelle on the thing. Warning adult content. Okay. Oh God, I think I'm behind.
Two more down.
Right here.
Go. Yeah.
That are screen recording this. Okay.
They are.
This is America. Our constitutional and parental rights don't end where your feelings begin. This show right here is what people really wrote. Real people look and sound like the truth and honesty. Good, bad, ugly, beautiful. Fucking thank you. Yes.
Thank you, Michelle. Yes.
Fucking,
this is parents.
Yes.
This is parents.
It is.
Our kids are taken care of. We're doing what we're doing.
Right.
And we're working for a living. And you could kiss my red, white, and blue ass.
Right. Because I trust my wife fully. I got with her when I was 17 years old. I'm 40 now. I'm still with her.
I've been with my wife for 10 years. You can kiss my ass.
I trust her with the children completely.
Thank you for that. Thank you so much for that, Michelle.
Absolutely. So, we're doing our thing. I'm celebrating here. Sorry if it's a little,
sloppy.
A little sloppy. It might be a little sloppy.
It's a lot sloppy, dude.
That word itself is kind of sloppy. I mean, if you think of the word sloppy, but
it's like the word moist.
Moist. That is kind of a yeah, I agree. Yeah, sloppy is sloppy. God. Maybe we should cut it. We got 4 minutes.
Yeah,
Ron, we got 4.
Let's do 4 minutes.
All right, we're going 2 hours. We're cutting it off, guys. This shit is. I told you it was going to go off the rails. I said that at minute 10.
Oh my God. This is going to be everywhere tomorrow. They're like, this is the parents that they banned. He's drinking and he's smoking.
Why do I have a feeling that some of this is going to play in federal court at some point? See, I told you to catch up. It looks like Ron caught up with me, y'all. I think
I did. But
I've
taken 3 shots of that Fireball.
Ron, cheers, buddy.
Cheers,
man. I can't say enough about you as a friend, as a family man. I mean, and see, I'm spilling my shit here.
No, what was I doing when you came over tonight?
Sitting with your kids doing fucking math work.
That's right.
I was looking at that paper. I was like, what is that? What is the answer to that?
I was sitting at the kitchen table doing fucking homework with my kids.
Doing homework with the kids. That's what we do.
We're dads. And in the morning, I'm going to go lay tile. I'm going to do drywall. You're going to go to deliver food. That's what we fucking do, dude.
That's what we do. And this weekend, there's probably going to be a fucking wedding that I'm going to kick ass at. We'll see. I think the owner of the company is a little upset with me because I haven't been able to attend all of the weddings that I needed to.
Well, do you need me to call him?
No, it'll be fine.
I know people. You know that I know people.
Yep. So if you know what, it saved my ass. Maybe you could call Banks Entertainment if you need a DJ and be like, hey man, that Tim guy, shit, I really want him to DJ my shit. What do we got here?
Fucking comment.
It's the bromance speak. Yeah, fuck yeah, it's the you know what, James, it's Steve is what it is without the violence. Okay.
That's
and without the retribution, it's Steve, and there's no chair sack tonight. I'm sorry to tell you this, bro.
And we do deserve this party because we've been fucking working this for like 2.5 years.
Yes. And in this instance, what we're celebrating tonight has been a month of fucking hell for me. I don't think people
Absolutely.
realize it because I don't put it out there in public.
But I've been on the phone with you, and it has been a month of fucking hell.
Ron knows. You're gonna moan my head hurts. I have every expectation that is going to happen. That is 100% factual.
I'm gonna be fine.
Fucking Steve, man. Oh my god, that guy. This is the inside
Who is
joke.
this guy?
Oh, I'm gonna tell you the story when we get off. When we get off the show.
We gotta get off.
You know what? Cheers. One more, because we got 30 seconds, man. What do you got? Anything to say?
I appreciate your friendship, and I appreciate you fighting with me, just as dads, fucking up and doing what we do.
Cheers to that, brother. Hells yeah. All right, that's the last bit I'm going to drink tonight. I promise. We've got 2 seconds left. Guys, check us out on Thursday. Probably won't be as sloppy. It'll be at 7 o'clock at night. So we'll see you there. Ron, anything?
I love America.
Fucking A.
I'm so drunk. Oh, my God.
All right, man. We will catch you on Thursday at 7 o'clock, sir. Peace out.
Peace.
Thanks, everybody, for watching.